With chapter Element, Compound and Mixture, lesson number 3. We know substances are classified into 3 categories: elements, compound and mixture. Elements. See, I have some material with me: gold, aluminium, copper, steel, iron, sulfur. These all are elements. Hydrogen, lithium, neon, sodium, all these are elements. Elements are arranged in periodic table. And what are elements? Elements are the substance which has same type of atoms. In newest periodic table, 118 elements are included. This periodic table has 18 groups in vertical column. 7 period elements arranged horizontally in the periodic table. Elements. Elements are the simple substances which cannot be split by chemical means and physical means. And chemical means are more powerful than physical means. We can't split it, so element, it is a pure substance. Elements are represented by symbol. An element is represented by 1 letter or 2 letter symbol. 1 letter symbol are used for element like hydrogen, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, phosphorus and sulfur. These symbols are the first letter of the English name of the element. Helium, He. 2 letter symbols were introduced in order to distinguish between those elements whose names start with the same letter. For example, helium and hydrogen both started with the same English alphabet H. To distinguish between those elements, one element symbolized with the 1 letter and other element it symbolized with first 2 letters of the English name. Like carbon, cobalt, both start with the same alphabet. Carbon symbolized with 1 letter C and cobalt symbolized with 2 alphabet, first 2 letters. Similarly, nitrogen and nickel, symbol of nitrogen capital N and nickel capital N small I. Magnesium, manganese, iodine, indium. You have to learn the symbol of the given element in the table. Compounds. Compound is a substance that can split into simpler substances by chemical means, not by physical means. Physical mean like filtration, sublimation or distillation. A compound is formed by the combination of 2 or more elements. For example, water. Water, it is formed by combination of hydrogen and oxygen. Carbon dioxide is a compound which is formed by the combination of element carbon and oxygen. Sulfur dioxide, this compound is formed by the combination of sulfur and oxygen elements. Calcium carbonate compound is formed by elements calcium, carbon and oxygen. Sugar, it is formed by the combination of elements carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Similarly, sodium hydrogen carbonate compound is formed by the combination of sodium, hydrogen, carbon and oxygen. Splitting of a compound into simpler substances. We know compound can be split into simpler substance by chemical means. Electrolysis of water, it is a chemical decomposition brought about by passing electric current through a liquid solution. Pure water. Pure water is the bad conductor of electricity. It will not allow electric current to pass through it. But when we add hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid in the water, it is called acidulated water. Then acidulated water is the good conductor of electricity. When an electric current is passed through acidulated water, water means H2O, hydrogen and oxygen, by using such sort of setup, then water, it get decomposed to give hydrogen at negative electrode, which is known as cathode. Then hydrogen will collect in that test tube. Similarly, oxygen, it get collected at positive electrode, which is known as anode. This is electrolysis of water, breakdown of water molecule in form of hydrogen and oxygen gas. In reaction form, we can write it like this. Water means acidulated water. Undergo electrolysis when electricity is passed through water, then at cathode hydrogen gas collected and at anode oxygen gas collected. Why hydrogen get collected at cathode? We know cathode having negative charge and anode is at positive charge. When we see the hydrogen, and we know hydrogen having positive charge over it, whereas oxygen having negative charge over it. So opposite charges, they attract each other. That's why hydrogen collect over cathode and oxygen collect over anode terminal during electrolysis of water. Thermal decomposition. Splitting of compound in the simpler form when we heat it. Due to the heat, the splitting of compound in simpler substance, we call it as thermal decomposition. Chalk. What is the name of chalk? Calcium carbonate, CaCO3. So which elements are present in calcium carbonate? Calcium, carbon and oxygen. When we heat calcium carbonate, then we get which product? Calcium oxide and carbon dioxide gas will liberated. This is thermal decomposition. Balancing calcium 1 on both sides, carbon 1 on both sides, oxygen 3 and oxygen 3 on this side also. 2 and 1, 3. So it is already balanced. So calcium carbonate under thermal decomposition, it give product calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Another example, zinc carbonate, ZnCO3, formula also you have to learn. When we heat zinc carbonate, it decomposes in form of zinc oxide, ZnO, plus carbon dioxide gas will liberated, and this is a balanced equation. Similarly, when sodium hydrogen carbonate, this formula in water chapter we have learned. When we heat this salt, we get sodium carbonate Na2CO3 plus carbon dioxide gas liberated, and water also release or liberate in form of vapor. In this way, sodium hydrogen carbonate undergo thermal decomposition. For balancing the equation, now see sodium 2 this side, mean product side, so we will put coefficient 2 in front of sodium hydrogen carbonate. Now hydrogen 2 and on product side hydrogen 2 here, reactant side carbon 2, so C toward product side carbon 1 and 2. How many oxygen are here? 3, 4, 5 and 6. See the reactant side, 3 multiplied to 6. So oxygen is also 6. It is a balanced equation. Decomposition. Similarly, lead nitrate PbNO3 2. When heated up, it gives product lead oxide, nitrogen dioxide and oxygen gas liberated. For balancing the equation, we will put 2 coefficient in front of lead nitrate, 2 coefficient in front of lead oxide, 4 coefficient in front of nitrogen dioxide. In this way, lead nitrate undergo thermal decomposition. About this reaction you are familiar very well. In 7th also you have read, in water chapter you also read that blue vitriol CuSO4.5H2O copper sulfate pentahydrate, when it undergo thermal decomposition, it change in form of copper sulfate plus 5H2O. Compounds are represented by formulae. A compound is represented by a formula which shows how many atoms of which element constitute a molecule of the compound. For example, CO2, carbon dioxide, 1 atom of carbon and 2 atom of oxygen due to form 1 molecule of carbon dioxide. Similarly, water H2O, it represents 2 atom of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen constitute to form 1 water molecule. See, in this table they have given the name of the compound with the formula. Through these formula you come to know how many atoms are present in each compound to form 1 molecule of that compound. So this table in which compound and formula they have given, you have to learn it. Important characteristics of a compound. A compound can be split into its constituent element only by a chemical means, not by a physical means like filtration, sublimation and distillation. Example they have given of water, and already we discussed electrolysis of water, in which water it split in form of hydrogen and oxygen by chemical means, not by physical means. Hydrogen can also obtain from water by chemical action of an active metal like sodium on water. In water chapter already we have discussed that when sodium reacts with water, it forms sodium hydroxide and a hydrogen gas get liberated. Same reaction in previous chapter Already we had discussed the sodium when react with water, it forms sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas liberated. And we get alkaline solution which turn red litmus blue. Similarly, hydrogen be obtained when an acid react with metals. Magnesium when react with hydrochloric acid in dilute form, we get magnesium chloride and hydrogen gas liberated. Similarly, when zinc react with dilute sulfuric acid, product we will get zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas will liberated. Iron when react with dilute sulfuric acid, then it also releases hydrogen gas in bubble form, and light green solution of iron sulfate we will get. Second point, the properties of a compound are entirely different from those of the constituent element. Example, when hydrogen react with oxygen, we know water formation is there. Oxygen help in burning, but hydrogen not help in burning. So, hydrogen is a combustible gas, whereas oxygen is the supporter of combustion. They are having different nature, but they combine to form water, which is neither combustible nor the supporter. Mean entirely different new compound we will get. Similarly, carbon dioxide, when we compare the property of this with the carbon and oxygen, then we will find carbon oxygen having different property than the carbon dioxide. Now next they are given bright yellow compound mercurous iodide is a product of two constituent elements. Which one? Mercury and iodine. We know mercury is present in the thermometer to measure the body temperature. Mercury is a silver white liquid metal and iodine a violet black solid. But the property of mercurous iodide is totally different from mercury and iodine. Copper sulfate pentahydrate. It is a red color metal. It is formed by copper, sulfur, oxygen, hydrogen. These all elements have different properties, and when they combine to form copper sulfate pentahydrate, it constitutes different properties than the constituent element. Third point, elements combine in a fixed proportion of atoms to form a compound. What is the formula of water? H2O. So, proper proportion means 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. In the fixed ratio, they combine to form 1 molecule of water. Similarly, carbon dioxide, 1 atom of carbon and 2 atom of oxygen. In proper ratio or in a fixed ratio, they combine to form 1 molecule of carbon dioxide. Similarly, nitrogen dioxide, 1 atom of nitrogen and 2 atom of oxygen in the same ratio or in a fixed ratio, they combine to form nitrogen dioxide. The same way, when you read the formula of the compound, you come to all these elements are present in the fixed ratio. See, calcium carbonate, 1:1:3. So, in the same ratio, this one compound is exist in nature. See, they have given 2:1 of water, H2O, 2:1. We know the formula of water and ratio is 2:1. They have given in your book that 10 billion of hydrogen will require 5 billion of oxygen. The atomic ratio of element in compound will same. You will cut it and find out that it is 2:1. Clear? Carbon dioxide, we know ratio 1:2. Or to form carbon dioxide, if 10 billion carbon is there, 20 billion oxygen will required. When we cut it, the ratio will be same or fixed. Fourth point, a compound contains the constituent element in a fixed proportion of mass. This example they have given related to mass. Before understanding all this, you have to learn element, 1 to 20. Already in 7th class you have learnt. Now see hydrogen, mass number 1. Oxygen, mass number 16. Mass number you have to learn. Now come toward the example, what they try to explain you. Water, mass number of hydrogen equal to 1. Mass number of oxygen is 16. Because we know at see the example of water, we know the fixed ratio in water is 2:1. We know the mass of hydrogen is 1. 2 atoms of hydrogen is present in water molecule, so we multiply 1 with 2 ratio, and we know the mass of oxygen is 16. We get 2:16. We have to divide the both digit with the same table. So when we divide it, we get ratio 1:8. It means 1 part of hydrogen and 8 part of oxygen is present in the water. So when we add mass of both hydrogen and oxygen, we get the mass of water. So mass cannot be created and not destroyed, it remains same. Another example, carbon dioxide. Mass of carbon is 12 and oxygen is 16 multiplied with 2. We get 12:32. We have to divide same way with the same table. Then we can divide both with the table 4. Then it will be 3:8. 4 3s are and 4 8s are. So 3 part of carbon and 8 part of oxygen present in carbon dioxide. Mean 3 gram of carbon and 8 gram of oxygen present in the carbon dioxide. When we add mass of both carbon and oxygen, we get total mass of carbon dioxide 11 gram. Okay, in this way mass ratio of carbon and oxygen in carbon dioxide is 3:8 and mass is 11, total mass is 11 gram. As we know the law of conservation of mass. In this video we discuss up to important characteristics of compound mixture. We will continue in the next video. Now note down some revision question. First, name the constituent element present in zinc sulfate and triiron tetraoxide. Second question, define electrolysis. Third question, write 1 to 20 elements. These 3 questions you have to do in the note and revise the chapter up to important characteristics of compound.